Reckless policing triggers protests in Buxton. Introducing Dr. Wright. And new PSA to include audit costs. I'm Rico Belfort, and this is Uncut News. Do you see news happening? Send us a tip on WhatsApp at 592-659-6151. Today, armed soldiers were dispatched to the Buxton public road on the East Coast to help firefighters extinguish burning objects before rush hour traffic. This was in response to a protest by Buxton residents after Guyana agents allegedly fired shots indiscriminately while pursuing a car, which was found to contain 51.2 pounds of marijuana. In fact, one woman complained that bullets entered her house while she slept. Some residents also identified the suspect county officers apprehended as a man named Godfather, or at least that was his call name. They also reported a vehicle was shot at. That vehicle subsequently crashed into a nearby trench. The car was associated with Mark Demon Cromwell, a former policeman and community activist who works closely with the governing People's Progressive Party Civic. The honors just keep coming for Letitia Wright, and today she was conferred with the University of Guyana's highest credit, a degree of Doctor of Letters honorary, during an extraordinary convocation ceremony at the Turpine campus. She shared insights of her success and encouraged humility and trust in God. She is only the 10th person to receive this honor in the university's 60-year history. And in the same day, she also met the mayor of Georgetown, who then conferred upon her the key to the city. The Minister of Local Government and Regional Development has announced that $1 billion has been allocated in this year's budget for solid waste management interventions, and an additional $885 million has been set aside to upgrade and expand the solid waste management system. 6 new landfill sites will be established in 2023, and the government has held consultations to create a strategic plan to strengthen and develop the nation's solid waste management system. The minister has also urged the opposition members of parliament to join the government in advocating for proper disposal of garbage across the nation. Vice North Prasad, a 33-year-old electrician from Bell West Canal No. 2, was arrested at a bar after discharging a gun, and he was charged with possession of ammunition without a license, possession of a .32 caliber Taurus pistol without a license, and discharging a loaded firearm within 100 yards of a public way. He pleaded not guilty to all 3 charges and was granted bail in the amounts of $250,000, $250,000, and $150,000, respectively. The case was adjourned to March the 20th. 55-year-old Kemadot Prasad was charged with attempted murder of his reputed wife, Dionarine Badal, and was thus remanded to prison. His attorney claimed Prasad was attacked first by the victim's paramour, and the incident occurred on January 30th, when Prasad allegedly chopped Badal with a cutlass, resulting in severe head injuries. The matter will be heard again on February 16th. The government has initiated legal action against Chung's Global Enterprise for breaching their contract to build the Ministry of Health's office at Brickdam in Georgetown. The contract was signed in November 2020 for $365 million, and the contractor received an advance payment of $71.2 million. However, little work was done, and the Auditor General recommended liquidated damages and termination of the contract. The current administration terminated the contract and awarded a new contract for $436 million to complete the work. Now it's time to tell you about Best Buy's Car of the Week. Currently on sale is this 2017 Land Rover Discovery Sport. It comes with leather, 4-wheel driving programs, Bluetooth, mag rims, new tires, TV, CD, stereo, fog lamps, back camera, and much, much more. Buy cash for $10.4 million, or pay as low as $2.08 million down with around $201,000 monthly for 5 years, and it is yours. Call or WhatsApp 662-0844 for more info, or visit their showrooms at Lot 171 Peter Street, Queenstown, or Lot 2 Lamar Street, and Southern Rico Century for this sweet deal.
You can multiply your cash by selling digital top-up. This is a legit way you can earn some extra money at your business or to supplement your current hustle. Become a top-up vendor quick and easy by linking with Cellular Plus. Call them on telephone number 685-3109 for more info.
Tired of waiting on hold, tracking down a delivery driver, or carrying cash for your food orders? GT Eat is here to make your life easier. Guyana's first cashless food ordering and delivery app. Choose from Georgetown's top restaurants, pay securely with your card, and get your food delivered right to your doorstep. With the convenience of being able to order from your phone and the added feature of tracking your order, GT Eats is the ultimate solution for all your food needs. Download the app on Apple and Android stores and start ordering the easy way today. GCOM has approved the constituency boundaries for local government elections that were proposed by the local government minister, despite opposition claims that the demarcations amounted to gerrymandering. The report was compiled by GCOM staff after fieldwork and was rejected by the PPP Elections Commissioner, who argued that no criteria were set out and utilized in 2016 and the 2018 local government elections. So, according to them, that this is not a new demarcation, rather it's returning back to its pre-2016 borders. Premnath Basad and Nakul Manohar were sentenced to death by the Berbice High Court for their involvement in the 2018 piracy attack that resulted in the deaths of 5 fishermen. Justice Singh stated that the crime was cruel, gruesome, and cold-blooded, and that the 2 men could not be rehabilitated, thus making it a reckless act to allow them to return to society. Thus, they passed the death penalty. Barry Dataram is back behind bars. The 45-year-old Guyanese man with U.S. citizenship was arrested upon arrival in the United States last Thursday on existing warrants related to drug trafficking. He had previously been convicted of drug trafficking in Guyana and served a 5-year jail sentence, but his extradition to the U.S. was blocked. It is suspected that the U.S. indictments against him are related to drug operations in Guyana and the United States. Transparency International's latest corruption index report gave Guyana a score of 40, indicating a need for greater transparency and oversight in the extractive industry. The Americas scored an average of 43 out of 100 in the Corruption Perceptions Index, with Uruguay and Canada being the cleanest countries in the region, and Venezuela, Haiti, and Nicaragua at the bottom. The report noted that the weak and unaccountable public institutions have created a fertile ground for organized criminal networks to flourish, fueling violence and insecurity. Now for today's oil update. The Prosperity, Guyana's 3rd FPSO vessel, was dedicated by the First Lady yesterday. She was also declared the vessel's godmother, and she noted that the name Prosperity reflects the promise in store for the people of Guyana, and that the vessel signals potential for more local content growth, increase revenues, and improve access to quality medical treatment and education. The Minister of Natural Resources has announced that new petroleum production licenses for the oil and gas sector will include an auditing fee, which will be paid to a petroleum account managed by the Guyana Geology and Mines Commission. The local consortium of firms is collaborating with Oklahoma-based Martindale Consultants and the Swiss technical company SGS to complete a cost recovery audit of ExxonMobil Guyana's expenses for the period of 2018 to 2020, with a report expected to be submitted to the National Assembly by March of this year. The audit for the period of March 2017 to July 2019 was done by the GRA in 2020, but additional work is needed with the petroleum operators.
It might not be robbery season, but the streets are still mean. That's why you need to get security for your home and business through Sheriff Security Service. Sheriff Security offers well-trained guards, armed and unarmed patrol, marine patrol, canine services. These people even got drones. Why? Because your security is their highest priority. You've seen the rest, now hire the best. Hire Sheriff Security Service today.
It's a new year. How about you make your truck run like new with Powered Automotive? Powered Automotive had truck parts and spares from all the major brands you know and love at prices you won't find anywhere else. Visit them at Lot 491 EE Eccles or call or WhatsApp them on telephone number 697-0171. Save big on truck parts at Powered Automotive, the #1 heavy-duty truck parts store in Guyana.
Now for our Uncut News Views Poll question of the day. Every day we pose a question about current events in Guyana, the region, the diaspora, and how you feel it relates to us. Last night I asked, how do you feel about the government when it comes to renewable energy?
But before we get to that, I'd like to say a special thank you to our 2 paid supporters, Dion Nascimento and David Griffith. Thank you for your support, as it is what helps us bring you the news every evening.
Dimitri V says, it's good to hear that they're putting solar into the hinterlands, but didn't Jagdeo say that solar wasn't feasible on a large scale because of some nonsense with battery costs? I think something to that effect. I don't think I could do more, especially since we haven't heard anything about the hydroelectricity plants they have planned on building. We know that those stocks have been stalled. Them, like we, haven't got an update to see what's the progress on them. Seems their main priority is pushing this overly expensive gas energy when it's been said by many researchers and scientists that Guyana is a prime location for solar energy plants. I agree. This is not even to mention that they have yet to talk about any wind farms, so definitely need to step up. I agree with you fully. Meanwhile, Adrian Juman says renewable energy is a must for Guyana. Just hope their friends are not rewarded the contracts. How you know they're already going to get awarded the contracts? Aha! Meanwhile, on another note, Allergy Mills gives us a suggestion about the quality of audio, saying that it is deteriorated and that they're anxiously awaiting our next improved presentation. To that I say, I know, Allergy. That's why I keep begging you for money. Now, if you'd like to help me with that, hit the link in the description and become a paid supporter. We offer benefits at each level, and of course, you have my undying appreciation. Thanks for watching, by the way. And finally, Barefoot Wanderer commented in response to yesterday's story about the expanding surveillance state, saying, a surveillance state? Remember what I said about the young coders in training? Oh yeah, no, I definitely remember, and I won't lie. Your words have been running through my head ever since. It's a scary, brave new world in store for us. So, now for tonight's question. What's something in Guyana, whether good or bad, that you feel needs more recognition? I want you to think about that question. Tell us in the comments below. If your response is good enough, we just might feature it in our next episode. Anyway, that's all the time we have for tonight. Check us out tomorrow for another. Until then, I'm Rico Bulford saying good night, folks.